Hello and welcome to the History Health channel. Today we are looking into a new period called the Dalvoys period, which lasted from Chikkadevaraya Wadiyar's death, that is in 1704, to till 1766 was the actual Dalvoy period. So let us take a look into who are these Dalvoys and why they are known as the Dalvoy period. So the Dalvoys of Mysore were actually the commander in chief of the Mysore army. So the name for commander in chief was Dalvoy in Mysore. So in the beginning, the commander in chiefs or the Dalvoys were quite friendly and capable with the Mysore kings, and they helped them in the various battles and campaigns. But after Chikkadevaraya Wadiyar's death, the Mysore kings were weak, and so the Dalvoys took control of the kingdom, and that's why it is known as the Dalvoy period. So let us take a look into the who are the Dalvoys. So Dalvoys were the commander in chiefs of the Mysore army. So Dalvoy period I mentioned was after Chikadevaraya's death, that is in 1704, and it lasted till Hyder Ali becomes the Sultan, or Hyder Ali's son becomes the Sultan of Mysore. Okay, so basically the kings become puppets, Mysore kings become puppets, and the time period is from 1704 to 1766. So, to give you a bit of history of Dalvois, you remember that Yaduraya was the founder of Mysore dynasty, and when he had come from Dwaraka, you may remember the story that Yaduraya came to Mysore, and he found that the chief of Mysore had died, and one of the Dalvois, Maranayaka, was trying to marry the daughter of the chief. And so Yaduraya defeated the Dalvoy and started the Wadiyar dynasty. So this Maranayaka Dalvoy was the first we hear about the Mysore Dalvois. So after that, there were no Dalvois until Raja Wadiyar time period, when he reconstituted Dalvois from 1614. So actually, Raja Wadiyar appointed his own nephew as the Dalvoy, and basically the Dalvois were from a family of people known as the Kalale family. So Kalale and Mysore, both of them were also bounded in marriage or matrimonial relationships, and Kalale also used to supply Dalvois to the Mysore army. So from Raja Wadiyar's time, the Dalvoi, this one had begun. So no problem till then. They were capable. Even in Kantirava and Narsaraja Wadiyar's time, the Dalvois were capable and they campaigned and did battles, and they also sacrificed their lives. The problem only came when the Dalvois became greedy, and we have already seen that one of the Imadi Raja Wadiyar was actually poisoned by his Dalvoi, and he died early. So that was the association of Dalvois in Mysore. So we have already looked into Yaduraya, Raja Wadiyar, Kantirava period. Now we will take a look into what happened after Chikkadevaraya Wadiyar's death. So after Chikadeva Raja Wadiyar died, who was a very great ruler, one of his sons, the Kantirava Narasaraja Wadiyar, started ruling. But he was unfortunately born deaf and dumb. So the queen and the prime minister, along with the help of Dalvois, started guiding the king. All this was okay, but what actually happened was slowly and slowly the Dalvois started taking control. So, as I said, Kantirava was the son of Chikkadevaraya Wadiyar, and he was ruling from 1704 to 1714. Who were the Dalvois at that time? His own father-in-law, Basavarajaya, then Nanjaraja, then Viraj Rajaya. So there were a host of Dalvois during his period from Kalale family. So let us take a bit of look into who were the players. So during the time of Kantirava, um, what happened to There was weakening of Madurai. As we have already seen, Vijayanagara kingdom was already under collapse. Tanjavur Nayaks also were already weakened the condition. So these people did not create any problems for Mysore. But they were new players. Who were they? The Mughals. So remember Aurangzeb was the king during Chikkadevaraya Wadiyar's time, but during the Kantirava Narsaraja Wadiyar time, Aurangzeb actually was not friendly. He asked for tribute and he threatened Mysore basically. So condition of Mughals and Mysore was not good during Kantirava Narsaraja Wadiyar's time. Also, Aurangzeb died in 1707 and Shah Alam I and Farooq Shah later became the kings in Mughal. What about Marathas? Marathas, Sambhaji's son Sahu, they were already regrouping in south. And there was a new player in Carnatic known as the Nawab of Carnatic. So with the Mughal power weakening, Nawab and Nizams came in the south. So Nawab of Carnatic became active. Sadatullah Khan was the Nawab of Carnatic. So all these were the players during the Kantirava Nasaraja time, earlier times. So what actually happened was in 1710, Nanjarajaya was the Dalvoy and he went and captured Chikballapur. So, a place called Sira near Tumkur, the chieftain of Sira was not happy with this, and neither was the Nawab of Carnatic. So, both Nawab of Carnatic and Sira waged a war with the Mysore, and Mysore, unfortunately, Kantirava Nasaraja Wadiyar had to pay a tribute around 5 lakhs to the Nawab of Carnatic and Sira. So, this was the condition. So basically, the Dalvoy Nanjarajaya was bit by bit taking power here, and that is what I talked about Sira here. So going to the next king, Krishna Raja Wadiyar one. He was also known as Dodda Krishna Raja Wadiyar. He was the successor, and he ruled from 1714 to 1732. The Dalvois at that time was Devarajaya and his brother Nanjarajaya, and there was another person known as Nanjarajaya. So one was known as Kalachuri Nanjarajaya, and another one was known as um, Nanjarajaya. So there were three people, and they were slowly taking up the important posts in the state, and also were trying to take over the revenue of the state slowly and slowly. In the so talking about so in Mughals, the Farooq Shah and his successor Muhammad Shah had already come. The Nawab of Carnatic was still there, and Nizam of Hyderabad had also come into the picture. Marathas now were ruled by Peshwas. So, okay. And basically, what happened was the only success during this time was the capture of Magadi by the Dalvois. Kempegowda's successor was ruling Magadi and Savandurga. So Mysore managed to capture Magadi and Savandurga, but it had a lot of defeats. So what actually happened was the Nizam of Hyderabad there was friendship of Nizam of Hyderabad with the various other regions like Arcot and Kunnur and all. And so basically, seeing the friendship of Nizam of Hyderabad and Nawab of Carnatic, the Sira was little bit bothered. So Sira asked Mysore for friendship, and Mysore started interfering with Sira. This was not liked by the Nizam of Hyderabad, and so what he did was Nizam of Hyderabad, along with Nawab of Carnatic, of Arcot, both of them defeated Sira first, and then they also came and came till Srirangpatna and demanded the tribute. So Mysore had to pay a tribute of around 60 lakhs. Not only this, Marathas too, under Bajirao, came to Srirangpatna and demanded a tribute, and Mysore had to pay so around 21 lakhs. So at this time, Mysore was already in decline. And the only battle they won was with Kempegowda was near in Magadi and Savandurga by the Mysore. But Mysore was already under decline. Going to the next successor, Chamraja Wadiyar the sixth. He ruled from 1732 to 1734. He was not a direct heir because the king Krishnaraja Wadeyar had died without any children. He was adopted. Not only him, one more person was also adopted. Krishnadevaraja Wadeyar. So two people were adopted. The first was Chamraja Wadeyar. So he was adopted and he was put to throne in 1732. Unfortunately, the Dalvoys, Devarajaya and cousin Nanjarajaya started looting the revenue of the kingdom. This Chamraja Wadeyar came to know. Unfortunately, before he could take any actions, the Dalvoys went and poisoned the ears of the Mysore queen who had adopted him. The Dalvoy Devarajaya went and told the queen that Chamraja was not letting them do any work and he was actually cheating. So the queen, who did not know the real position, gave full power to Devarajaya to do whatever he wanted. So the Dalvoy Devarajaya, when in 1734, he got the Chamraja Warrior 6 arrested, and the entire family was sent to Kapala Durga, where he was imprisoned and he died there. So this was a very sad story which happened during this period. So these were the activities. So now you know how the Dalwais were slowly taking control. The final king during the Dalvoy period was Chikkadevaraya Wadiyar II. He was also adopted along with Chamraja Wadiyar, that is the previous king. And but he was only 6 years old, and all the power was in the hands of Devarajaya and Nanjarajaya and Karachuri Nanjarajaya. So all these people started doing a lot of problems, taking revenue, not paying revenue, getting defeated in battle, emptying the treasury, and all that. By then, Anglo-French wars also had started, 1734 to 1766, and the Dalvois I had already mentioned were Devarajaya, Sarvadikari Nanjarajaya, and Karachuri Nanjarajaya. So their activities was, I already told you, they were getting defeated, and by then Hyder Ali had already started coming during the Chikka Krishna Rajawadiya time period. And Hyder Ali, who was a foot soldier in the Mysore army, slowly started taking control of the this one. Uh, Country. And first he started out as a foot soldier. He started helping out the Mysore army. He captured Devanhalli. This is the Devanhalli fort. He captured Hyderabad. He became the Faujdar of Dindigal. He became a savior of Mysore kingdom, and finally in 1761, though he did not rule as this one direct sultan, he was slowly making the king as a puppet. So that is a bit about the Dalwai period. So from uh, that is the Dalwai period. So in the next slide, we will actually look into more about Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. So, so this period after 1761, Hyder Ali actually became a very powerful ruler, and it is this time period we will look into in the next lesson. Thank you.